Last week we licked the toad, everyone checked out Opepen, and a certain Grifter left Web3 in a tearful Twitter space. Find out who it was and more in this NFT Weekly Recap by MVHQ. On Monday, the Proof Collective announced that their Proof of Conference event has been canceled. The event was originally scheduled to take place in May, but saw an extreme lack of demand. We also had Pudgy Penguin stating that they will work with Retail Monster in a partnership aimed at bringing the Pudgy toy line to life for retailers around the world. On Tuesday, the total marketplace volume exceeded 101 million, marking the fourth consecutive day of volume above that level. Blur was unsurprisingly the frontrunner again, chalking up 80 million, while Opensea followed up with 15 million. I think we might need a wash trade filter on this volume because it just feels too high. ETH also had a bit of a rocky day, closing out at 1635, as a majority of crypto saw red across the board. Blur released a series of updates to the platform surrounding their loyalty score and other features, including taking another shot at Opensea in the ongoing marketplace wars. Blur created a one-click loyalty button that will cancel all of your Opensea listings. It's nerdy and it's cutthroat business, and I'm here for it. On Tuesday, Bored Ape Yacht Club shared details on the next phase of their interactive mint, which is called Lick the Toad. Just when we escaped the sewers, we're now headed back in, but at least this time we're on psychedelics. On Wednesday, Lick the Toad would go live for all Sewer Pass holders. The game window will be open for 1 week, allowing all of us the time needed to experience motion sickness. Also on Tuesday, Coinbase teased a blue circle image in an event set to take place on Thursday without any other details. Now, we are right smack in the middle of stimmy season, so a lot of people thought that was going to be a coin drop, and that turned out to not be the case. So, case in point on how to underwhelm people with an announcement. In other news, Uniswap announced that users can now purchase NFTs using any ERC20 token in your wallet. And two things that we used to use a lot, NFT Nerds and Looks Rare, announced that they have a partnership with more details to come. Moving on to Thursday. It was another day in Butcherverse as Jack Butcher's collections dominated the charts yet again. Many collections saw red across the board, including those chart toppers Checks and Opepen edition, even though both pulled in more than 600 ETH apiece. The Blur bidding action slowed up quite a bit as floors retraced and traders were more careful with throwing around that liquidity. World Wide Web revealed in an interview that they have raised $10 million in funding from Pantera Capital to build out their blockchain-based game. Speaking of funds, 3 Arrow Capital will be liquidating a portion of their NFT collection. This collection is home to many grails from collections like Ringers, Fidenzas, and CryptoPunks. We also got a big Web2 announcement that Spotify will be testing token-gated playlists on their platform for specific NFT holdings. And finally, we found out what Coinbase was hinting at. It's called Base, and it's a new Layer 2 solution built on the Optimism infrastructure. Neat. It was a roller coaster of a weekend as BAYC whale Maki Big Brother got caught with his hand in the cookie jar and was forced to dump over 40 apes on the floor, briefly pushing ape floors to the 55 ETH range on Friday. Ape floors quickly recovered back to their current 70 ETH range. The meme land ecosystem saw nice action this weekend with potatoes back over 2 ETH and captains headed back towards 5 ETH. Butcher Mania continued to rage on with Opepen's reclaiming 0.8 ETH and both check variations ending the day in the green as well. We did have a bunch of news over the weekend, so let's do a rapid fire round to get you all caught up. Ryan Carson announced his departure from Web3 and Twitter, while also stepping away from his popular show, The Daily Dose. The Daily Dose community will now be under the watch of Zen Academy, as worked out by Zeneca and Carson. I just hope Zen Academy wasn't advising Ryan when he swept the Moonbirds or bought those Bitcoin punks. Oniforce released a Medium article outlining its Season 1 of Rebirth under new ownership. Memeland tweets that it placed a 999 WETH bid on the Dookie Dash Golden Key valued at 1.6 million, and they also announced some UI and UX updates to their dashboard. Artist Ariel Jade, previously of Starcatcher's fame, announces her new role with Cool Cats as an illustrator. Valhalla announced the opening of its marketplace. Metroverse announced that the team will be ending future development and is shutting down after a year and a half of building. And finally, Degods, Utes, and Pudgy Penguins linked up for a collab party in NFT Paris, and videos of knee-shattering worms surfaced on Twitter. Next, in one of the biggest announcements of the week, hell, maybe even the decade, MVHQ has started a newsletter. Yes, that's right, you can now get NFT news direct to your veins without having to wait for me to do a video each week. If you'd like to sign up to the newsletter, just visit mvhq.io, scroll down to the bottom of the page, and put in your email. Or you can scan this QR code on the screen now because, let's be honest, that's way less work. That's it for this week. If you would like to read the full weekly recap published by Metaverse HQ, you can do so on our blog, that's mvhq.io, and be sure to like, follow, or join Metaverse HQ to stay up to date on all things NFT.